And also, there we go, live on TikTok too. Okay, here I am. I am live on both TikTok and YouTube at the same time, and I am here to do readings for you guys tonight. One card readings for free, and paid readings are $10. You get more than one card with that, and you can make those payments to shadowandshine.com/live-payments. And by doing that, it'll move you to the very front of the line too. But if you only want one card, that's totally fine. One card pulls are completely free. Anything more than that is, of course, $10. So hello to everyone on TikTok joining. If you have a one card reading question, feel free to drop your question in the chat and I will take them in the order that they come in. Oh, hey, Jessica. Jessica's over on YouTube. So I've got YouTube and I've got TikTok going at the same time. So usually people come in a little bit slower over on YouTube than they do on TikTok. So we'll kind of see what happens. If it gets too busy, then I'll kind of be just like picking out whatever questions I'm drawn to on each platform, but we'll just kind of see what happens, how it goes here, because it's a wild card thing. You never know what's going to happen from night to night. Sometimes TikTok will get really busy and YouTube will be dead. Other times YouTube will be dead, or YouTube will be busy and TikTok will be dead. So we'll just kind of see. And thank you for the likes over on TikTok. I appreciate that. That's awesome. But yeah, don't be shy, you guys. If you have any one card reading questions that you have, feel free to drop it in the chat. So hello, hello. Let's see. Oh, I got something here from Jessica. Why is he ignoring me right now? Is it the online male friend? Ooh, online male friend. You gotta tell me about this story, girl. So message me later. Who's the online male friend? But let's see. I'll pull a one card for you because I'm doing one card readings for everything. And I see over on TikTok, the Real Prince of Comedy also has a question, so I will get to your question next. I'm answering Jessica's first over on YouTube. So why is he ignoring you? No, you didn't tell me. So message me later. Fill me in on the story because I don't know who the male friend is. But let's see. And then we'll answer Tim's question. Will he get accepted for the place that he applied for today? So, all right. We just had a card that dropped to the floor. Let's see. Oh, man. This is not a helpful answer, girl. This is probably not going to help you very much. But we have the maybe card coming through here. Mysterious, cryptic, unknown. So I feel like with this card coming through in regards to why he's ignoring you, he's obviously doing a really good job of keeping that a mystery. And I almost kind of feel like he's doing this on purpose. He's keeping you in the dark and being a mystery and being kind of cryptic here to keep you in the loop. You know, it's a way to keep you addicted, in a sense, is what it comes down to, because when they're being like that and they're not being, you know, straightforward and clear about things, yeah, it keeps you drawn in. It keeps you in the loop. New friendship option. Hold on, I gotta press the chat to see what's happening here. Facebook. Wait, I thought you said that it was a male friend. Wait, a male friend. Wait, he's dating. I'm so confused now. It's a male on Facebook dating. I'm so confused. You'll have to explain the male part. You told me about the Facebook dating, but you didn't tell me anything about a male. I thought it was a female. I don't know. I'm confused. Anyways, getting back to the mysterious thing here, though, I feel like he's definitely doing this on purpose, whether there's something actually going on or not. He's definitely doing it on purpose to keep you drawn in and to keep you in the loop. So I feel like the best thing for you to do is to not get sucked into that. Because if you do get sucked into that, it's just going to be kind of playing into the little game that he's playing with you, is what it comes down to. He says he's talking to a guy friend. Okay, yeah, you'll just have to fill me in on it later. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm getting here. He's definitely keeping it a mystery, is what it comes down to. So, if you want to get past the mystery, I would definitely either not engage with that, or you're just gonna have to like ask him to be straightforward with you, is what it comes down to. But you feel like it's a female. Well, then ask him. I would say, like, don't beat around the bush. Just be straightforward. Communication here. It doesn't have to be a game. Like, don't play into the game. You're welcome, but yeah, don't play into the little game, is what it comes down to. Okay. The Real Prince of Comedy. I appreciate all the likes. Thank you so much. I highly appreciate that. Let me scroll back up to your question really quick so I make sure I'm wording this right. I believe it was about applying for where you just like, yes. Will you get accepted for the place you just applied for today? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to pull from this same deck. Every card in this deck comes with a yes, no, or maybe answer attached to the message. But it also comes with an emotion as well tied to it. But let's see what comes through. All right. Wait, something just flipped out. Where did it go? Did it drop to the floor? Where is it? Oh, there it is. I was like, where is it? Okay. So you got the maybe card here with the shy energy coming through. Timid and bashful. So with that in regards to your answer, I kind of feel like it's saying don't be shy and don't be timid or bashful about wanting this particular job. Definitely like express your interest, express how you're definitely qualified for the job. Like, I know you already applied for it, but take the extra initiative if you can. That way then you're not looked over, is what it comes down to. So, yeah, I would follow up on this, is what it comes down to. I know you literally like just applied today. So, I mean, you don't have to do this immediately. You don't have to do this tomorrow or anything, but I would say in the coming days, if you don't hear anything, I would definitely follow up. I think doing that will definitely kind of put you more so in their line of sight and make you more so just like evident as like, hey, this is someone who's really invested. This is someone who really wants this. So if they really want it, they're tenacious about this. They're showing the interest. We want someone like this here in this position. So that would be my advice. That could definitely flip it from a maybe to a yes. So I hope that helps you out a little bit there with this particular job that you applied for. All right, let's see. I see that there's another question over on YouTube. Is my boyfriend taking me for granted? All right, let's see. Well, right off the bat, I'm just going to say if you have to ask that question, there's a possibility that he could be, just because if you feel you're being taken advantage of, that's kind of a you thing. Like, do you feel like you're being taken advantage of, is what it comes down to, because that's kind of like your feelings. But let's see if he is. All right, you also got a maybe card. You got the humble card, modest, polite, and respectful. So when someone is taking us for granted, obviously they're not being respectful, is what it comes down to. So I feel like if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for someone who can be modest and who can be polite and who can be respectful for you, then I would definitely, address that is what it comes down to. You're going to know if you're being taken for granted. If you don't feel like he's being respectful, if he's not being invested, whatever that is for you, communicate those things to him. Communicate your needs. Communicate that you feel that you need to be respected more in the relationship. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Maybe he's not aware of it. Maybe he's not aware that you're being taken for granted in the relationship. He just may not be aware of it. So that would be my advice. Just let him know. Let him know how you feel if you feel like you're being taken for granted. All right. Let's see. I saw there was someone else here in the YouTube chat. Some Taba. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Hello. It's 2 a.m. where you're at. It is going on 9 p.m. where I am at. I am in Colorado on Mountain Time. So, all right, let's see what's happening over here on TikTok. Once again, I appreciate the likes, the Real Prince of Comedy. That is awesome. Oh, and I see Jessica also popped in on the live on TikTok. I don't know where you are. I'm like, are you on TikTok? Are you on YouTube? Who knows? You're everywhere. But yes, we'll see if anyone else pops in for a one-card poll. I am definitely here and available for it. And thank you, Jessica, for the rose. Obviously, you're on TikTok now, as opposed to YouTube. All right, let me check back in on YouTube here really quick. Yes, right on my name. Okay, cool. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Let's see. When will the third party leave your relationship permanently? Okay, let's see. You know what? I'm going to use a different deck for that. I have a timing deck I can offer you for that one. We can find out when that third party is going to exit your connection. So let's see. All right. The cards are out of the box and they're ready to give you an answer. Yes, that's what I'm giving you is one card. I mean, obviously, if you want more, you're always welcome to more for $10. But otherwise, the one card pulls are always free. I'm pulling something for you from my timing deck right now, so we can get a timing on when the third party is gonna exit. So let's see. Come on, give us something. Oh, okay. Let's see what we got here. We got something that finally flipped out. All right, so you got the 9 card. Something comes to an end, which is funny because that's what you're literally asking. You're asking when this third party situation is going to end. 9 days to 9 weeks. So you're basically given the window here of any time between 9 days. 9 days would be the absolute earliest that the third party is going to end pretty much. And at the very latest, it'll be 9 weeks from now. So 9 weeks is like a couple of months, I want to say. So yeah, anytime from like slightly over a week to a couple of months from now. So either way, by the summertime, you should be golden. So that's definitely good news. And that's not that far along anyways, even at the longest. Yes, claim it. Claim it by faith and everything. So as long as you hold on to the faith there and keep doing you, keep working on yourself in the meantime, you'll be a-okay. So I'm glad that helped and assisted you a little bit. All right. Let's put these timing cards to the side again, unless another timing question, of course, comes in. But let's see. Let's see what else is going on here. It's kind of a quiet night. Yesterday I was live on TikTok for like an hour and 40 minutes. Like the questions were just boom, 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 nonstop. But yeah, let's see. I guess we'll just kind of wait and see what happens here. And thank you, the Real Prince of Comedy over on TikTok. I definitely appreciate all the likes. Likes always help kind of push this out to the to the algorithm, the FYP, so people know what's happening. You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help with that. And over on YouTube, make sure that you guys give this live a like, because it'll also let people know on YouTube that I'm live and offering these one card polls, or possibly more if people are interested in them. Otherwise, until more questions do come in, I would just like to ask people over on YouTube, number one, like I said, give this live a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. By doing all of those things, you will be up to date and you will be notified every time I am live, so you won't miss out on these card polls when they do happen. And yeah, that's pretty much that. And over on TikTok, join me here too, because we're here having fun. Anyways, until anyone else comes in for a one card poll, I guess I can do a little collective reading, because regardless, this will be posted on YouTube. So if someone watches the playback on YouTube and they just want to see like a collective reading, I can definitely do that too. But otherwise, if you're joining on either TikTok or over on YouTube, like I said, one card polls are free, and 2 to 5 cards, something more in depth, is $10, and payments go to shadowandshine.com/live-payments, which link should be in the bio for that. But anyways, I'll do like a little collective read here until somebody submits a question. So what does the collective need to know in general at the time? What is kind of the overall general energy? It's definitely hit or miss, I feel like, with people coming in. Okay, so this is definitely an interesting energy. So we have the hostile card, or not the hostile card, the argumentative, close enough. The argumentative card coming through, antagonistic, combative. So I feel like for the collective at this time, you might kind of like either be at war with someone, or you could even be at war within yourself, even if you're not like externally arguing with somebody else. Sometimes the person we wind up arguing with the most is literally ourselves. I don't know about you guys, but I know I definitely have that issue. It's like, it doesn't even have to be another person. It's literally me I wind up fighting half the time. So I'm going to pull another card here. Maybe we can find out who it is we're getting into an argument with, or more about like what this argument could be about. So what's going on here with this argumentative card? What do we need to know dealing with that? Oh, there we go. Okay. So we have poor, meager, and lack. So there could be an argument dealing with money, I feel like, is what it comes down to here. An argument dealing with money, dealing with finances. It could be you. It could be someone that you're arguing with who is, basically struggling financially. And I feel like this is probably applicable to more people than not, because everyone's kind of struggling in this position right now, I don't know a single person who's not struggling to pay bills and to put food on the table and all those other kind of things. I almost kind of feel like, since this is collective energy and it may not necessarily be about a specific person, it could even be about just like the public mass as a whole being poor and being in lack, and kind of like arguing with the government in a sense, arguing with the 1%, arguing with that tier level is what it comes down to for justice and for help and for equality when it comes to finances. And like the public isn't asking to live fancy schmancy here or anything, but just to like survive, like not have to struggle, like, just to have like a decent roof over your head that's not going to collapse, or like some bug infested place or anything like that. You know, it's not a lot to ask for, just decency. So it could even be tapping into that kind of energy, but let's see if there's anything else here. Oh, okay. Oh, that one just fell to the floor right in front of my dog's face. All right, so we have the regretful card coming through here. Regretful, remorseful, sorrowful. Once again, I feel like the collective as a whole definitely has a very sorrowful, has a very heavy energy to it, is what it comes down to dealing with this. You know, there could be regrets just kind of around life choices and decisions like that. It's a heavy, as the poor card is falling down. The poor card is so tired. It's like, I don't, now the argumentative card's falling down. Like the cards are like, even we're tired. We're tired of this bullshit. But yeah, so, you know, there could be just like regrets is what it comes down to around the situation. All right, let's see if there's anything else. Okay. All right, I feel like we're finally getting like a sense of direction here, where to take this, how to get out of this mess, because this is definitely a heavy duty, not so fun energy to be experiencing. We have the creative card coming through. So I feel like that's the key. The key is to get creative, get innovative here. Because the old way of doing things, it doesn't work anymore. You know, the old way of doing things, which would be like the traditional route, I guess you could say. You know, you go to school, you go to college, you get a degree in whatever, blah, blah, blah. You go get a 9-to-5 job. You work that 9-to-5 job for however amount of years, and then you retire, and that's it. But obviously, that method of doing things, it just doesn't seem to work the way that it usually does anymore. So I feel like the answer to that is to get creative, think outside of the box. A lot more people are starting to work for themselves nowadays. A lot more people need to kind of like connect with community and stuff like that, start working together in order to break out of this energy. So I feel like that's kind of the key to it, which is ironic because before I came onto this live to do this, I literally was having a conversation with my mom just about that. We were kind of talking about me working for myself and doing my own creative endeavors, and it hasn't been easy. It has been a struggle, without a doubt. But you know, the 9-to-5 route and stuff like that was it was never something that was for me. So I feel like that's kind of the direction here that spirit is taking people in general, is to get creative, to step outside of the box, is what it comes down to. So that's kind of what I feel like the collective energy is, and kind of the direction people need to start heading into in order to get unstuck. Because obviously, the way things have been, it's not feasible for the long term. Let me see. I'm also going to pull a couple of cards here collectively for everyone when it comes down to love. So that was kind of just like in general, like the general energy for the collective. But I'm also going to pull some collective energy here, love-wise, for people. And we'll see what everybody needs to know. But man, it is a slow night. It really is hit or miss with these lives. It really is. Sometimes it's like buzzing and super crazy and busy, and other times it's like crickets. No one's here. All right, let's see. What does the collective need to love? What does the collective need to love? I don't know. What does the collective need to know in regards to love at this time? Love and romance. All that good stuff. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. We got one. We have crushing on you. Do you feel the same? So it could be you. It could be someone that you know. You could have a crush on someone. Someone could have a crush on you. But there's definitely kind of like this new love, crush kind of energy happening. That's pretty exciting. Hello to people who are joining over on YouTube. I see you joining over there. If you have a one card poll question, feel free to ask it in the chat. I am live both here on YouTube as well as TikTok. So just so anyone knows who joins, I know people are kind of in and out on both platforms. But in the meantime, I'm doing just kind of like a collective card poll for people until someone does ask a question. Something just fell to the floor here for the collective. We have the distance between us is torture. Okay. So even though this could be like a new love, new crush kind of an energy, and I don't know why her face keeps changing like that, like on TikTok. Do you see that? Like her face changes every once in a while. I must have some kind of filter on there that I didn't even realize was on there. You guys can't see it on YouTube, obviously, but her face is like changing slightly. But yeah, anyways, so even though there's like this new love, new crush kind of energy, I feel like with this card, the distance card, it's honestly giving me like physical distance kind of vibes. Because, you know, the lightning energy here, disappointment or whatever, doesn't necessarily align with like, oh, this is new and this is a crush, blah, blah, blah. So I definitely feel like it's, I definitely feel like this is probably someone who is physically distant to you, is what it comes down to. But it's a new crush. All right, so what else do we need to know about this new crush here? It's physically at a distance. I'm just going to check the chats really quick here. Okay, I haven't missed anything. Just like sometimes I'll be shuffling and I just want to make sure. Okay, another one just fell. My dog is like literally right at my feet in his bed underneath the desk. So all the cards keep falling to him. Maybe he wants to do the reading. Okay, let's run away together where no one can find us. So once again, I strongly feel like there's physical distance in this connection, and that whoever it is that you're connected to, you know, you're crushing on one another, you're physically distant, and it's like it's almost like the best solution you can think of is, hey, let's just connect and let's just run off together. So that way then I don't have to be where I'm at physically anymore, and you don't have to be where you're at physically anymore, and we'll just run off somewhere else, somewhere brand new together, all together, and you know, kind of start our own thing, do a new thing is what it comes down to. So that could kind of be what's happening here. What else do we need to know? What else is happening here? We got committed to you for all time. So yeah, I mean, once again, if there is any kind of distance here, which like I said, I strongly feel this is physical distance. I don't feel that it's emotional or mental distance. You're connected to each other. You're committed to each other. There's definitely a strong soul contract, a strong soul connection. This could be a soulmate, a twin flame. You know, definitely take it as it resonates. You know, all those things like soulmates, twin flames, they're just labels at the end of the day is what it comes down to. But there's definitely a high level commitment here. And let me see if I can get anything else for you guys. I know the angle kind of looks weird a little bit. I think over here on YouTube, it looks like a little pointed in one direction, but that's just because it's hard to make the view here even on both sides for both TikTok and YouTube. Okay, let's see if we can get one more as it falls to the floor again. All right. Oh, well, I might have to pull one more after this now because I'm just curious. I'm invested now. Please forgive me. I've told sweet little lies. Okay, I'm going to pull one more because I'm just curious what's going on here with the lies. Who's lying? And what are they lying about? What's going on? Oh my gosh. Like, oh my God. What's going on? All right, one more here. Who's lying? What are they lying about? Let's see. Like, everything was going so well here, except for the physical distance part. So, who's lying and what are they lying about? All right. Oh, we got two that fell to the floor. Okay. Well, hopefully both of these give insight. And then, okay, these do not give me insight. I mean, they're nice. They're nice cards, but it doesn't tell me who's lying or what they're lying about. We have connected body, mind, and soul. So I feel like this definitely just kind of confirms the fact that, like I said, this is a strong connection. It's a soul contract. It's a twin flame. It's a soulmate. I mean, it very well could be like literally a twin flame because, you know, we got flames here on the card. So this definitely could be more so twin flame than soulmate. Maybe that explains the I've told sweet little lies thing. You know, because here's the thing with lying. Like, obviously, no one should accept that. Everyone should be transparent, authentic, and honest in their connections. But that does happen from time to time. And it's possible that the person you're connected to, your twin flame, may have told a little lie. It doesn't have to be anything major. It doesn't have to be anything earth-shattering or like massively destructive, but it could be just enough to kind of throw a little monkey wrench in things. So I would definitely explore this because we're not being told exactly what the little lie is about. But I don't feel it's like I said, I don't feel like it's anything earth-shattering, like they don't love you or anything like that. It just seems to me like there's probably somewhere where communication needs to be addressed here. And we also have Let's Spend the Holidays Together. So obviously it's not Christmas time, it's May. We're heading into summer, not the holidays. But with this card coming through, I feel like we're getting a little snippet, a little sneak peek here into the future that you probably will be spending the holidays together. Things will probably be going better by then. You know, maybe this gap of distance will be closed. You know, if there is any lie that's happening, hopefully that will be addressed and dealt with so you can have a pleasant holiday season together later on in the year. So yeah, that's kind of the way I take that. So that is our little collective love reading for people. In the meantime, just to kind of review for anyone new who has joined, for anyone who is checking things out, I am doing one card readings tonight that are completely free. So if you have a question, feel free to put it down in the chat and I will answer that question. If you want to get a little bit more in depth, a little bit more beyond just that one card, anywhere from like 2 to 5 cards, I am offering something a little bit more expansive there with that tonight for $10, and those $10 payments can be made to my website at shadowandshine.com/live-payments. So that's basically that. And as for these decks that I'm using tonight, I figured you guys might be kind of curious, like, oh, these are interesting decks. What are you using? Well, these are actually my own decks. These are my own decks that I create. So the first one that I used with the general collective reading is In My Feels. And this deck, it basically covers the whole array, the whole perspective of human emotions. You know, all the different feelings that we go through in our human experience. It covers a whole bunch of those feelings, emotions. And every card comes with a yes, no, or maybe answer attached to that particular feeling. So it doesn't matter whether you're asking, what are they thinking? What are they feeling? What are they wanting? Or if you just want like a simple yes or no kind of answer, you can play the cards either way, is what it comes down to. So that's that deck. And as for the one that I just pulled from For Love, that one is a love story. And, you know, once again, these are all love messages, romance, that kind of thing. So anything dealing with romance and love, that's what that deck is for. And you can find these decks, of course, available on my website as well. So it doesn't matter if you do readings for yourself, readings for friends, if you do readings for clients of your own. It's something fun to add to your own collection if you're interested in them. Let's see. I think I'm going to pull a few more cards here. It's a slow night. This is just so weird. Yesterday, I was on TikTok for an hour and 40 minutes answering people's one card questions, like nonstop. Tonight, there's like literally no one there, which is too strange, like super weird. I don't know why. And on YouTube is kind of touch and go. I mean, it's weird. Alyssa, I have a job interview tomorrow. How will that go? Okay. All right. I can get into that for you. Happy to answer that. So I'm going to go with in my feels for that because it'll give us a feel for how it's going to go. Of course, I'm sending you good vibes for that interview. And let's see. Hello. Oh, hello, Daisy. Blessings to you as well. For the people who are joining us over on YouTube. I'm also live on TikTok right now, but not a lot is happening on TikTok. So, but let's see. Let's see about Alyssa's question with the job interview. Let's see what comes through with the energy. Ah, okay. We got something that fell. And apparently it made my dog walk away. Oh, this is interesting. Now I'm kind of curious to see how this job interview turns out for you. So we have the surprised card coming through. Shocked, awestruck, maybe. So I almost kind of feel like it's like the plot twist card here is what it comes down to. So you might be surprised how it goes. I mean, this could mean a good thing or bad thing. I'm not 100% sure. I would have to obviously pull more cards and get a little bit more in depth as to whether that's like a good thing or a bad thing. Because we can have good surprises and we can have bad surprises, obviously. I'm definitely sending out there for you, you know, good vibes that it's a positive surprise. Maybe they'll offer the job for you like on the spot, like right there. That could be the big surprise. But either way, there's definitely going to be a plot twist here during the job interview. So just kind of like be on the lookout for that. Even if it's not like a job offer, they might do something where maybe they ask you a question that's like totally off guard, that catches you off guard that you weren't expecting. So I would just say kind of be prepared is what kind of comes down to. So expect the unexpected. So hopefully that helps. But it will be interesting to see how that turns out for you. Okay, let's see. I see Daisy asked a question. What are Oscar's feelings towards me, towards our relationship? He's my baby daddy. We have 3 kids, but this Gemini keeps holding him. Okay. All right. I'll find out what Oscar is feeling towards you. All right. Let's see. What is Oscar feeling towards Daisy at this time? Let's see what we get. Let's see what comes through. Okay. We got something that just fell to the floor. They keep doing that tonight. They like hitting the ground. Okay, well, I mean, this is definitely a positive thing. Even if he's acting a little weird. We have the in love card, romantic, dreamy. So, I mean, he does have romantic feelings for you. He does have love for you. He is in love with you. He may have other things going on, and things may be a little topsy-turvy and a little crazy, but you know, there's definitely love there. So I hope that helps. If anything, brings you a little bit of comfort and a little bit of ease. in regards to how he's feeling. So there you go. All right. Let's see. It's still pretty quiet over on TikTok. Not much happening. Let's see. You're very welcome, Daisy. Glad I could help out. All right, so let's see. I think I'm going to do another little collective card pull here for everybody. Unless someone comes in with some questions. I've been on so far for about 40 minutes now. Just looking at the time here. TikTok never tells me how long I've been on, even though I'm on. But thankfully YouTube does. There's like an actual timer thing on YouTube, so I can tell just by looking at that. But I'm going to do another little collective draw here. And this time, well, I'm going to tell you guys where the cards are coming from first. This time I'm going to pull some cards from Written in the Stars. Once again, another deck of mine. Just this Gemini's don't leave him alone. And I do love him still. Yeah, I get that. Geminis are a pain in the ass, honestly. Just because, like, my own person, my own twin flame, he's a Gemini. And he drives me absolutely nuts. Like I said, Geminis are crazy. I have a love-hate relationship with Geminis. Like, the twin flame aspect of it drives me nuts. But my dad, he was also a Gemini. And my dad was, like, one of the best people in the world when he was alive. So, it's that twins thing, you know? They have, like, that two-faced, double-sided thing. So it's like, you can either love them or hate them. They drive you crazy. But either way, you know, if there's like external energy coming at Oscar, you know, other people coming at him, regardless of who they are, don't let them get to you. Don't let them bother you, you know? Don't let them get in on your energy is what it comes down to. So I don't know what to do if he comes back to me because I'm afraid he's going to leave me once again for her. Well, then what I would do if you're afraid of that, you know, if he does come back to you, like obviously there is love there, you know, you got that card, then what I would say is make sure you establish firm boundaries, you know. If he does come back, you know, it's up to you. You can always take him back if you want. But if you do, make sure that you tell him, like, hey, if this is going to be real this time, there are boundaries that are going to be established. This is going to be different. It's not going to be the same circus that it was last time. You know, if maybe the two of you can look into like maybe some kind of couples therapy or something like that to kind of work through communication or whatever things is kind of going on with him that makes him do those things, that may be helpful too. But either way, something's going to have to change and something's going to have to be different if you do accept him to come back, because you don't want to repeat those cycles. So that's what I would definitely recommend. So not easy, that's for sure. But yeah, anyways, but yeah, I can pull a few more cards here just for the collective. Once again, like I said, I'm going to pull them from Written in the Stars. This is another deck of mine. This one is messages in life and love, and it has kind of a pop culture twist to it. So, you know, we'll just kind of see what comes through. Written in the Stars is actually the first deck that I created. So, yeah. And I have a summer deck that I'm going to be releasing, hopefully by summer solstice. It's already finished. It's in production right now and should be shipped here soon. So there we go. Blessed be. And I know God, the Spirit, has great things for me. Absolutely, girl. Claim it. Yes, exactly. I just said that. Claim it for sure. Definitely. As long as you trust in that, that's all that matters. And if it's meant to be with Oscar, it'll be meant to be. And if for some reason it doesn't pan out with him, like it's not the end of the world. That just means that God has someone even better than him in store for you. And I know it's hard to believe that sometimes, especially when our heart and our soul is all wrapped up in a specific person. I get that. I've been there myself. But you know, God does crazy and mysterious things. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with the single woman Mandy Hale at all. She is an online digital creator, and like I've been following her for like, I don't know, well over 10 years, like maybe since 2010 or something like that. And she started out like really on Twitter, just like sending these inspirational tweets, and that's always been her thing, is being the single woman. And she literally like just got married. She just got married and kind of like put this bomb of truth out there for everyone. Like, she just got married, and it happened within 2 weeks. Like, she had a miracle happen, you know, finding her person within 2 weeks. So it's like anything can happen. Miracles happen every day. You just have to be open to it and believe that anything is possible for yourself. You've been single for 5 years. Yeah, I understand. It's roughly been about the same for me too. So yeah, definitely anything can happen. You just have to have a little bit of faith and trust and pixie dust. And there you go. Speaking of pixie dust, what are you doing? My dog's name is Tinkerbell, which is why, well, one of my dog's names is Tinkerbell. That's why I asked him, like, what are you doing? You're not getting into trouble, are you? She's my little troublemaker. So when she's like out of my line of sight, I'm like, what are you getting into? So she's always up to something. Always up to no good. But I love her. She's a good girl. But seeing someone for 5 years, but he's married, and yes, I see pixies around my house. That's awesome. That is so cool. Well, not the married person thing, but the pixie thing. Yeah, pixies are little tricksters, but they can definitely be little blessings at the same time too. So I get that. Oh, you're playing with the little Starbucks thing, aren't you? She's got a little Starbucks toy that she's playing with. I don't know where my other dog is. I have a boy one too. His name is Shadow. He was under the desk and he left. I don't know what they're doing. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see. Collective energy. Let's just see what comes through for the collective right now. Just in general. I'm going to see about staying on for maybe another 10 to 15 minutes. Give it a full hour on each platform, just to give it enough time in case anybody else decides to join either YouTube or TikTok. I know, Starbucks is so good. Like, I literally just had one of their new summer drinks yesterday. I forget the name of it. It's one of those, like the summer, I don't know. It's the new one that has like the little boba things in it. It's blue. Like, it's blue and the boba beads are red. It's the one that has milk in it. I don't know. Like Summer Skies, I think is the name of it or something. It was so good. I got a Trenta of it, even though it was my first time having it, and it was so good. So refreshing. I went to Starbucks today too, but it was kind of like cold and rainy, so I didn't get a refresher. I got a hot drink, but yeah, Starbucks is amazing. If I don't wind up going to Starbucks, I wind up going to Dutch Brothers. So Dutch Brothers has a lot of good drinks too. I love the vanilla and Christmas one. Oh, the Christmas ones are the best. I mean, my favorite for Christmas is definitely a peppermint mocha. Peppermint mocha never gets old. Never, ever, ever gets old. So good. I could sit here and probably talk about coffee drinks all day. Oh my gosh. It's funny. All right. I just keep shuffling these cards. None are falling through. I say that. And then, of course, how many is that? Like 3 just fell to the ground. Okay, come here. I'm grabbing them with my feet because they're like really down there. Yes, 100 for sure. 100. Okay. All right, let's see. All right. Okay, so the first card that came through from In My Feels, or not In My Feels, I was looking at In My Feels as I was talking, that's why I said it, from Written in the Stars, is all that glitters isn't gold. So this card always tells me that whatever it is that you're seeing on the surface, it may be all pretty and shiny and sparkly and brand new. It could be happy. It could be, all these wonderful, amazing things, right? But it's like when you open up the box, it's empty. There's nothing in there. Or there's rocks, or there's just like dirt and disgusting. Like it's nothing pretty is what it comes down to. That's kind of like what Hollywood is like in a lot of ways too, because a lot of people have this impression that Hollywood is all glitz and glamour. But if you actually visit Hollywood Boulevard itself, like in the heart of Hollywood, it's disgusting. It is so dirty. It's so nasty. There's garbage everywhere. There's homeless tents. There's street performers. It's not like, hey, there's movie stars just walking down the street. You have to go to a whole other neighborhood to get that. And you came with that card. I know. This is just what's flipping out. Collective energy. I mean, you can definitely claim it for yourself too. But claim it for whoever needs it. But it's definitely about, don't believe everything that you see is what it comes down to. And I mean, this one, Daisy, this one definitely could be for you when it comes to Oscar. But again, this is kind of collective. So, even if someone watches this on the playback later, it may resonate for them too. Their love is as deep as the heart of the ocean in Titanic. So I feel like, especially if there is a third party situation going on here, they may look all happy-go-lucky on the outside, but on the inside it's not, because chances are their heart is committed elsewhere, being to you, is what it comes down to. And the third card that came through is your entourage is ready for a trip. Travel ahead. So that's fun. That's exciting, regardless of what's happening here with love or, who's doing what. It seems like there's an opportunity for a little travel, whether it's by plane or a little road trip or whatever. I always get excited when a card like this comes through because I love traveling. I'm going to be taking a road trip myself coming up over the 4th of July to go home to Chicago and visit my mom for a little bit. But yeah, that's exciting. There could be some travel ahead, even if it's just like a short little road trip or, a weekend getaway. That's pretty cool. Let's see if anything else comes through here from Written in the Stars. What's written in the stars for the collective, for anyone tuning in on TikTok or YouTube? Oh, really? You were born... Okay. Yeah, they're my dogs. They're saying hello. Oh, Elgin. I know exactly where Elgin is. I know. Thank you, Shadow. Yeah. Shadow, quiet, baby. I grew up in Wheeling, so that's where I grew up. I grew up in Wheeling, and my mom now lives in Northbrook. So when I do go home to visit her, that's where I go. I wind up going to Northbrook. But yeah, I was raised in Wheeling, born in Des Plaines, raised in Wheeling. And then when I left home, I lived in LA for like 15 years. And now I'm in Denver. So now I'm in Colorado. So, yeah. And I'm guessing the Scorpio, what's to take me to Vegas. But I thought it was. Vegas is fun. Yeah, Vegas is always a good time. I remember going on lots of little Vegas trips myself when I used to live in LA. That's always a good time. And I don't know why these dogs were just barking in the background. They're just like, we want to talk about Chicago too. They're so goofy. All right, let's see. Anything else for the collective here right now, just in general? This is good for the playback for anyone who watches this after it's posted. And of course, the collective readings are timeless. So even if someone comes across this a year from now, and if it resonates, people can take it as they need to. That's the most important thing. All right, we got a flipper. Don't fall prey to the casting couch. So whenever this card comes through, it's definitely a reminder to basically don't compromise yourself. Don't compromise your values, what you believe in, what you stand for. Don't compromise those things. So be true to you. You know, someone's always going to want to try and like twist our arm and try and make us do things that maybe we don't want to do in order to, you know, get to the next step, get to the next level, get to the next opportunity, whatever it is. Don't do that. Remain in your integrity. Remaining in your own integrity is very important. So I feel like that's what that card is there to remind us of. Yeah, so those are some messages there from, oh, it's because the neighbors are opening their doors and shutting their doors. That's why we're barking. Well, you know, the neighbors are allowed to go in and out of their apartments. You can't get mad at them for that, Shadow. Oh my gosh. He's talking. You love the colder weather. Yeah, you know what's really funny? Like, you guys, why are you barking so much? Come on, chill out. The funny thing is, when I was like much younger, I was like a huge fan of summer, obviously. You know, it's like, oh, you know, school's out and, you know, I just wanted to be warm and everything. And the older I get, like the more I appreciate just like cooler weather in the winter. Shadow, do you want me to pick you up? Do you want me to hold you? What's going on? Why are you being so mouthy? Everybody can hear you. Yeah. Are you going to do a reading for people? Because you keep talking like you're going to. Just calm down. Gosh. Oh, these dogs. They take over my life sometimes. But that's okay. I love being a dog mom. Anyway, yes indeed. So that is Written in the Stars. And yeah. So Written in the Stars, In My Feels, Love Story. Like I said, all of those are on my website. I also have a fall themed oracle deck and a Christmas themed oracle deck, but it's not fall or Christmas time right now, so I'm not going to pull cards from those two, but those are pretty fun to use during that time of the year. I'm excited for when the summer one comes. About the neighbors. Yes, the neighbors. No good. Noisy people all over my business. Yeah, it's difficult. I wish I lived in a house and not in an apartment. It's annoying. Hi, Alana. Yeah, if you have a question, go ahead and ask it. There's literally like no one in line right now, so go for it. Shoot your shot. What is your question? I will definitely answer it for a 1-card pull. Otherwise, you guys, like I said, over on YouTube, go ahead and like the live if you haven't already. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that way then you know every time I do go live or anytime I post like a new collective reading, whether it's like a pick a card or whatnot. Definitely feel free to do that. All right, let's see. What's your question? Do I have a surface level new love coming in? That's an interesting way you ask that. A surface level new love. So not like a deep meaning deep and meaningful love, just surface level, kind of like just for fun kind of love. Let's see. Let's see. You don't want shallow things? So I'm confused. You do want shallow things or you don't? Because you asked, do I have a surface level new love coming in, but you don't? Okay, I think I get it now. You don't want shallow things. You want to make sure it's not surface level. You got a tarot reading before and actually feel that. Okay, you don't. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see. I'll pull a card here. We'll see what comes through. I don't. Oh, okay. Something literally like just flipped out. Like that was like really fast. Okay. All right. So you got the lucky card. Fortunate, favorable, yes. So yes, you do have new love coming in. And with the energy of lucky, fortunate, and favorable, I feel like that means that the new love that is coming in for you, it's a good thing. It's a positive thing. It's not going to be something that's going to be making you feel unlucky. It's not something that's going to be making you feel icky or bad or surfacey or anything like that. That means that it has the chance to grow. That means that it has the chance to actually be something of depth and be something of meaning. That basically whatever it is that you are affirming, that you're hoping for, that you're believing for, that you're affirming for, you can have that in this new connection that's coming in. Because, that's obviously being fortunate, it's being favorable, it's being lucky in love is what it comes down to. And now TikTok is asking me to confirm I'm still me. I'm also live on TikTok at the same time, so that's why I was like, what is going on there? Yes, affirm real things. If that's what you want, you want real, genuine, deep, true love, affirm that. So yeah, I feel like, not only that, but if you connect with a new person, it's usually pretty easy to pick up a vibe pretty early on these days if someone's just in it for shallow situations and everything. If they're not willing to take their time and go your pace, that's a pretty strong indication that they're probably not going to be interested in that. So yeah, so definitely I would say just embrace this, claim this energy, and you can have that. So that's exciting. That's a good thing. So I'm glad I could answer that for you. But yeah. Well, thank you. I try to be right. That's for sure. I try to do my best. Yeah. Anyway, I had the insight that my ex was shady in the first moment, and I didn't listen to my intuition. Well, listen to your intuition this time. That's for sure. If someone's giving you that red flag energy early on, be just like, thanks, but no thanks. At least that way, then you won't be emotionally invested if you stay in it too long. If you kind of like cut the cord early enough where this is weird, then you set yourself free of a lot of future heartache and heartbreak. But I feel like you'll know when it's like, hey, this is a good one. Like, he's actually listening to me. He actually understands it and gets it. So yeah, you'll be okay. You'll be fine. Not ever holding on again. Yeah, no. You'll know when it's like the right person to hold on to, because they'll do it for you too. They're going to hold on just as much as you are. So it'll be a mutual thing. And that's what we need, is like, mutual energy exchanges is what it comes down to. So yeah, you'll be all good. Well, let's see. I've officially been on for slightly over an hour now on both TikTok and YouTube. TikTok is completely dead, which blows my mind because yesterday I was on for an hour and 40 minutes answering people's questions literally nonstop. And tonight it's dead. So algorithms are weird. It's like 1 minute they're pushing you out to everyone, and then the next minute they're like, no, we're not going to show you to anyone. No one's going to care tonight. So I don't know. I'll just go live as often as I can. And when I strike gold, I strike gold. And when I don't, I don't. But that's okay. I'm still showing up, and I want to be here for people and assist people on their journeys. And that's why I do what I do. So yeah, anyways, I do think I'm going to wrap things up here though, since it has been an hour and it is pretty slow. Nothing else is really happening. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, if you're over on YouTube, like the live, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll be up to date next time I go live, and anytime I post like a brand new pick a card reading or anything like that. Yeah. Oh, and also I want to let you guys know on both TikTok and YouTube, join me on Patreon as well, because I do have a Patreon. There are free memberships there, and there are memberships as low in terms of money wise as $1.11 per month, as well as $5.55 per month. There are daily card pulls, weekly card pulls. There's a Discord community and everything to connect with people. So it's a pretty cool thing. So if you guys want to join me on Patreon, I would love to have you over there too. So Patreon is definitely a cool thing. And I think that's basically it. But yeah, I just wanted to mention Patreon before I wrapped things up here. And anything else that you need to know is basically on my website. So if you check out shadowandshine.com, even if it's not like the live payments thing, if you want to check out personal readings, oracle cards, other socials I'm on, the Patreon, you can find everything there. It's the one-stop shop for everything pretty much. But definitely join me on Patreon. It's a cool place to be. I'm definitely trying to grow that out a little bit this year. And you can get daily card pulls sent to your inbox like every single day, or weekly ones sent every single week if you want that. So yeah, that's basically it. But I'm going to check on out of here and wrap things up. But I want to thank you guys on each platform for hanging out with me a bit today. I will see you in the next live, which will hopefully be sometime soon. Maybe I'll do another one later on this week. But that's about it. So keep sparkling.